れでしたら皆さんちょっとアナウンスしておきますと、終わりましたら田中先生を囲んでスモールパーティーをいたしますので、お時間を17時ぐらいからご予定ください。学生の KBS の学生の方は期末試験が迫ってますけども、気分転換でそういう気分がバージョン1号ですか、最新の。
50. Okay, good afternoon, so everyone. So our group would like to introduce the eco community in an urban area. My name is Yasushi Kondo as a CEO, and
My name is Kazaki Omi, CTO.
yeah, he is Kazaki Omi as a CTO. Today, only 2% present and going to explain our project. And firstly, we'd like to say our SDGs target is these three: sustainable cities and community, and climate action, and reduce inequalities. Okay, we move on to our agenda. Firstly, we finish our introduction and then move on to project ideation, why we do this project. And then we conduct issue definition. What is the issue in our society? And then we move on to the ideation phase. Based on the facts we found out from our research, what is the solution? And as we mentioned, our solution is creating eco community. Plus, we describe the detailed information. Okay, first of all, we as a company carry out sustainable business practices through our consultation services. We are the group of engineers and also the expert of community development. And we are based in a city for the metropolitan government. This means Tokyo metropolitan area, like Yokohama, Tokyo, and etc. Thirdly, we form alliance with private real estate developer and partner with mobility companies. Because we as a consulting firm, we can provide only the advisory services. Therefore, we need support from the developer, house maker, and also the mobility company. Lastly, we work with digital service providers. But in this project, we mainly focusing on analog research and also the field work. Therefore, please read it. Okay. Okay, as this project emphasis on the design thinking, therefore we also adapt. We starting from issue definition on right side and ideation phase. We move on to. Okay. Okay. From this point, we'd like to ask you, what do you think the future city? Our opinion is a smart city. The technology will provide more comfortable living to us in every aspect. This is easily understanding for you. And smart city is a cosmopolitan, so everyone can move from one to another country. And second, we utilize IoT technology, is described on the picture. The IoT connect everything. And thirdly, high quality of life from economic, social, and environmental level. If we develop our society, therefore, our question is, will smart city come without addressing current issues? So we move on to talking about the issue. So our team discussed what is the future city and the community. And as we mentioned, the opportunity is like that. Why we need to focusing on threat? Because unless we address threat, we cannot see the future city. As is mentioned, in Japan, we see decrease of population. And also, it might happen that the social division, it's like an aging society and inequality, like the US society, and discrimination if we host so many migrants, and also populism. And the third threat is a growing natural disaster. We need to care for this issue, especially the typhoon. This year, we faced so many obstacles. And then diversity. So as you may know, Japan, we're going to see the aging society, and we need to host so many migrants. Therefore, we need to deal with this kind of issue. And lastly, the security issue. Because of the IoT technology, we need to care for the information and so many issues regarding this to keep our society safe. That's why, based on these challenges, we organize the issue tree. And on the top, there is a challenge for smart city. It's divided into two categories, like the environmental side and also the socio-economic instability. These issues also divided into 5 categories, and with this project, we'd like to focus on these 3 elements. One for overuse of natural resources, and second one is inequality. And third one is lack of relation. Please remember, this is our target of project. Okay, and we discussed potential solution and find out eco-community is really attractive and might be a very nice solution for our society. So we visited this this community. It's called Yuru Haizai Village. What do you associate with this picture? The owner of this community bought a wasted, disused factory and completely renovated into new house. And we really inspired by this eco village because this village is not creating any CO2 because they use like wasted material. Plus, their human activity is integrated into the natural world. Because this site is located in Kanagawa Prefecture, it's 1 hour from Tokyo metropolitan area. And surrounded by the mountain, their activities, they don't need to buy any water because they can get from the water sources. In this sense, we say this. And thirdly, the villager, support healthy human development. Okay, I'm going to show the example of their community. Please. This is a villager of Haizai Yuru community. In total, 25 villagers coming on weekend, and they produce everything from the wasted item. On bottom left, there is a rocket stove. And second one is to plant the edible, the rib. And third one is the house for living on the cabin of the truck. And they even issue their community currency like that. Yesterday, I also bought this and buy this scrubbing, which is that scrubbing brush, this one. Okay, move on. That's why I think this community might be the solution for our future in terms of the environment and the community development. So we move on to the research on where we can see the eco-community in Japan. And this chart shows 4 categories of the eco-community. The first one, on bottom left, is the Yuru eco-village. It costs almost 0. And then it's located in the rural area. While there are 2 eco-community in urban area, one for a smart city like Yokohama, Minato Mirai. This costs so expensive, therefore we cannot focus on this area. And the other one, Smart Town Fujisawa, sustainable smart town. This might be our project example. Therefore, we visited this area. And from now on, Mr. Omi, please explain what you find out from your field work.
There are many eco community in the world, of course in Japan. But we made field survey, on-site survey. I introduce the example. This is Fujisawa SST, Fujisawa Sustainable Smart Town. And this is in the Fujisawa city. There are about 1,000 households in this city. The target of this town is like this. CO2 70% decrease compared with 1990s. Wastewater rate is 30% down compared with 2006. Renewable energy usage rate 30%, like that. The second example is Tsunashima SSD. It's very near to here. It takes 10 minutes or 15 minutes from here by walk. And this town is very different from Fujisawa city, Fujisawa SST. It's very smaller than Fujisawa. This target of this town is like this. It's small. In this town, the housing complex is here. The number of households is about 100, very small. Please summarize. Let's summarize field survey results.
Okay, now we explain two different cases for the eco-community. And first one, second one, is the urban eco-community that is developed by the private company. And their priority area is the utilization of renewable energy. Like a solar panel, they install and they produce the energy. In this sense, this is considered the eco-community. And also, the environmental target is really, they pursue the reduction of CO2. And thirdly, they cooperate with some private company, like a cultural convenience club. In Fujitawa SST, there is some commercial area that is facilitated by a cultural convenience club. This company is well known by their commercial facility, Tsutaya, in Daikanyama, in Futako Tamagawa. They produce really interesting, like electricity, and also sell, creating a really nice community. Lastly, their social commitment is to provide well-being assessment by industry academia collaboration. This is really interesting. The Keio University in Fujisawa campus conducted research on how much the dweller feel happy in this area. Therefore, we put this on social commitment. While on the other side, Haizai Eco Village is completely different from these two urban eco community. Firstly, the founder is individual. And secondly, their priority is reuse of a wasted item. Thirdly, their scale is really small compared with this urban eco community. And their environment target is also the recycle and circular economy. This is more and superior to the other example of eco community. Therefore, to sum up, we'd like to create the advantage of both sides, and we define this is our goal for the project. So we move on to the next one. Okay, this is our value creation design of the eco community in comparison. First of all, our strengths of, as we explained, the knowledge of energy, circular economy, and social work. Plus, we also have a network with a partner company like a house builder and also the local government. We're going to explain who is the potential partner for us. So we're starting from our value creation, starting from the input, and then we move on to output, the design of the buildings. Thirdly, we show the community development. This means we conduct the workshop on the facility, and then we encourage people to communicate with each other. Therefore, our value creation is to provide eco-friendly housing, plus low CO2 emission through our installation of the facility, like a solar panel. And furthermore, we use renewable energy sources. And then finally, we provide a community empowerment. This is our project and business model. So move on. So based on the field research and also our company resource, we define our rich picture is like that. Okay, we summarize it. First of all, material. we'd like to utilize wood instead of concrete, because when you use concrete to produce concrete, it emits so much CO2. Therefore, we shouldn't use this one. Plus, regarding energy, we're going to introduce well-known or new measure for sustainability, such as rainwater. This is really simple. We collect rainwater and then provide it to each household. And thirdly, the location. This is really important. We harmonize eco-city in urban area, which has high environmental burden. Therefore, we'd like to create low burden, low cost, and high convenience balance in our town. Okay, this is our analysis on others to be analysis. Okay, firstly, the reduction of environment impact is now challenges. The Fujisawa SST are not enough because of the material selection. We need to choose more environmentally friendly material like wood. And secondly, the collaboration is really important for to accelerate our eco-community. However, no specific activity have yet been implemented in some place like Fujisawa SST. Thirdly, the little economic support to improve social stability. This means the young people and old people cannot be benefited from this project. Therefore, we also target. And then we move on to 2B. So we're going to use reinforced wood. Plus, we incorporate car sharing, share office, and our support, business support system. And thirdly, we provide community development among all members of society. Okay, our stakeholder is described in this chart. Firstly, our partner is, of course, the smart house builder. There are so many developers, and these company adopt the smart house solution to create more environmentally friendly buildings. And then we need the investor like that. This is so-called J-rate to lend money to the company building a house. And our beneficiary is, of course, the community and the customer. And lastly, we need government support. That's why we choose the Yokohama City. We're going to explain why we choose Yokohama City later. Okay. And our unique selling point is different from eco-village in rural area. Therefore, this is because the eco-village in rural area is not applicable to the city. That's why we need to create something new. And secondly, the bringing sustainable living to your doorstep. This means you can easily access to sustainable living when you buy our house. While our target user is, especially the youngster, cannot access to such a sustainable eco-communities. Therefore, our product price also reasonable. And secondly, of course, we expect eco-conscious person to buy our product. And thirdly, those who desire to live sustainably. This is almost same as the second one. And lastly, the city dweller. This is also our targets. not to rural dwellers. And our business contingency plans, we recognize our internal and external risk in a project, especially the promotion. Actually, not many people interested in moving to the eco-city. And secondly, the budget. We need funding to construct the eco-community buildings because this is construction, so we need enough capital. And thirdly, the human resources. As you can see, we have a really small company, therefore, so we need more people to support our company. Therefore, we define we need a partnership with following key stakeholders like a house builder, local governments, and consumers. Okay, this is our project work breakdown sheet to address the environment issue and also the socio-economic issue. We define 5 projects, and today we can explain only two program on one sustainable housing and last program sustainable life support system. So we explain our program description.
Firstly, I will explain 2 items: sustainable housing and sustainable life support system. This is Yokohama City. We selected the project site in this area. This is the Toka Ichiba and that is a picture. The Toka Ichiba is not so famous city, but it's very convenient. Many key station and highway interchange is around here. The Yokohama City is one of the suitable area for variety of public sectors vision for sustainability, as well as wealthy location, accessibility, and convenience. The Yokohama City is proactive to sustainable and smart town. And trains are easily available in this area. And 3 shopping mall, very big shopping mall is in this area. One of the shopping mall is Minami Machida Grand Mall, Granberry Park. It's opened in this month. It's very big. And many stadiums and grounds in this area. The justification. The policy, SDG Future City the launching on sustainable housing promotion in 2019. Location project site Tokaichiba is now on agenda. This is yes, like this, and needs lack of communication. As it's assessed, land cost is about and 150,000 yen per square meter. That's why it's chosen as a project site. This is a picture around the Tokaichiba. We selected the place. The fields in the town, very wide fields in the town. And in this town, we like to create a green estate. Concept is resilient, low energy, and family size. Housing scale is wooden apartment, 5 stories. Capacity family of 4 to 6 people. Business development, construction of model. First, construction of model house, 30 rooms. The site can be expanded in stage. Either housing complex of local government, its residents have high reliability. The material is mainly natural woods, and also we will use CLT, cross laminated timber. It's a very strong wooden material. And as far as the environment on site, small park with a bench, water source from rainwater reservoir, unmanned delivery vehicle and meeting place. Recently, there are many wooden building is constructing. It's an international trend. For example, the British Columbia University in Canada is building 18-story building. And Obayashi also wooden building by May 2022. And Takenaka, Hurich, Sumitomo is also have a plan to build higher, tall wooden buildings. Next, I'd explain to create a sustainable life support plan. the concept is promotion of collaborative value on working, and dwellers share their acknowledge to reduce cost and energy. And home garden with share work with trade, it helps communication with neighbors. Nature conservation for a neighboring area. Yes. There are some forests around here. And next, community space between resident and visitors to communicate between them. Psychosocial care for minor and elderly people in collaboration with academia and municipality. For example, Tokyo Institute of Technology. It's near to this town. Yokohama city is also the example. And the information support for unaffiliated person.
Okay. Lastly, we're talking about our project budget. First of all, our project is constructing a building. Therefore, majority of the budget account for this construction. So we conduct a thorough estimation of this construction, but we don't have time to explain all of them. So please take a look. This one, first of all, the land cost and also the construction cost is required. That is the house construction budget. And secondly, the number 3, the facility. We need to install energy efficient the facility. Therefore, we decide to install solar panel and also ground thermal energy system. This is, have you ever heard this system? We can collect the thermal from the ground, and then we provide the from air conditioner. And then Gantt. Oh, sorry. This is a grant from the government of Yokohama City. They support 30% of the budget for this kind of facility. Therefore, we'd like to use this. And also, we have an operation cost for the sustainable life support system. Firstly, we need to hire the automotive, like a hydrogen vehicle. Thankfully, our project member, Yuka Sato, is working in Nissan. Therefore, we expect her to get the hydrogen vehicle at a cheaper price, I believe. And secondly, we need to hire the care worker and clinical psychologist to provide the psychosocial support to the children and also the elderly people. This is also our 2-year budget. And lastly, of course, we need a consulting fee. Therefore, we put it. How do you think? Is it expensive? Too low. Ah, thanks so much. Okay. Of course, we cannot work for 2 years. Therefore, a quarter of the month, we visit the project site, and then we work as a project member. Therefore, we choose 6 months as the duration of our assignment. Okay. And this is the total cost of our WBS. The previous one is mainly for our WBS1 creating a green estate and the providing sustainable life support system, while it contains another program budget regarding TBA, in negotiation with the client, we'd like to come up with this price. And in total, it's almost 900 million. Therefore, we have 10% of the budget can be allocated to the project. Okay, move on to the Gantt chart. First of all, we are this is a construction project, so we need to make a contract with the client. And then we move on to constructing their housing and also install facility. It takes 6 months. And secondly, and after the construction, from August, we start host the dweller. Therefore, we start mobility services to share vehicle, so the dweller can go everywhere they want, using the mobility system. Plus, life support system also starts, and we're planning to conduct the business support system 3 times in a given period for the dweller to start their business. I think this also benefit the sustainability. And lastly, we conduct a monitoring on every 6 months to evaluate our project going on along with our planning. That is all our project. If you want to choose more sustainable, more socio-economic living, please ask me, and we're going to support you with providing advisory. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Kondo-san and Omi-san. I think they have set a model of project study founded on project-based learning. The depth of research is pretty good, both empirical as well as field researches. You have done 4 or 5 field researches, field surveys. That's good. It's made your presentation very persuasive, and you have extensive coverage of project studies. So congratulations on the quality and very best efforts you have expended for this study. Okay, questions, comments? No? Clarification, comments? Okay, thank you very much. I think, Professor Anega, could we take 5 minutes or so to conclude this session before I turn the floor over to you? What do you mean by general? Including your session or at this moment? No detailed evaluation, but some essence of my observation.
So after break, so we will have the 5 minutes.
Okay. 5 minutes break. After that, say feedback.